Last-minute bombshell. Tottenham ready to raid West Ham again, this time £60 million deal for Lucas Paquetá. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Tottenham are ready to pounce London rivals West Ham for the second time this summer. This time, they are targeting Brazilian star Lucas Paquetá. According to fresh reports from Talksport, Spurs are actively considering making a late push for the Brazilian playmaker as the summer transfer window edges towards its conclusion. The Lilywhites have already made headlines this summer by prising away Mohammed Kudus from the Hammers in a £55 million deal, a transfer that caused outrage amongst sections of the West Ham fanbase. Yet Tottenham, undeterred, are seemingly prepared to go back to the London stadium once more, and this time for Kudus' former teammate and close friend, Lucas Paquetá. The reasoning behind this move is simple. Tottenham need a creative number 10. James Maddison's unfortunate knee injury has left a gaping hole in the heart of Thomas Frank's midfield, and earlier pursuits of Eberechi and Morgan Gibbs-White ultimately proved fruitless. With the days ticking down before the window closes, Spurs have turned their full attention towards Paquetá, a player admired not just for his flair and creativity, but also for his ability to dictate play at the very highest level. West Ham manager Graham Potter is understandably reluctant to sanction the departure of one of his most influential players. However, there is growing belief that the Hammers would be willing to enter negotiations should an offer in the region of £60 million arrive. Tottenham, for their part, are convinced that a figure closer to £50 million could be enough to get the deal over the line, particularly when factoring in the improved relations between the two clubs following Kudus' transfer earlier this summer. Crucially, Paquetá is not forcing his way out of West Ham. He remains appreciative of the backing he received from the club during the recent match-fixing allegations, from which he has since been cleared. Even so, Tottenham's stature, ambition, and the opportunity to play Champions League football could prove decisive in tempting the Brazilian to North London. Spurs view Paquetá as exactly the kind of signing that would not only fill the creative void, but also send a strong signal to their supporters and rivals alike. Tottenham mean business. Just months ago, few would have imagined Spurs and West Ham engaging in major transfer dealings. Yet the Kudus move has shown that dialogue can be constructive, and there is now a pathway that could well see Paquetá following in his teammates' footsteps. With both clubs set to benefit, West Ham gaining funds to reinvest, and Tottenham finally securing their long-awaited playmaker, this has the makings of a deal that suits all parties. As the deadline draws closer, momentum is building and confidence is growing that Tottenham's bold play for Lucas Paquetá could be the headline move of the final days. Spurs are now eyeing a move to hijack Chelsea's move to sign RB Leipzig playmaker Xavi Simons before the deadline, according to Court Offside. For much of the summer, Simons appeared destined for Stamford Bridge. Reports circulated consistently that Chelsea had not only shown strong interest, but had even reached an agreement with the player over personal terms. The expectation among many fans and journalists was that it was only a matter of time before the Bundesliga star swapped Leipzig for West London. However, a significant twist has now opened the door for Tottenham. Journalist David Ornstein has confirmed that Chelsea are deep in advanced negotiations with Barcelona for the signing of Fermin Lopez, the highly rated Spanish midfielder. This shift in Chelsea's transfer strategy strongly indicates that their attention has moved away from Simons, leaving the 22-year-old in a state of uncertainty regarding his next move. For Tottenham, this represents the perfect opportunity. The North London side have been actively searching for creativity and flair in their midfield. Simons, who has been described across Europe as a superstar in the making, fits that profile perfectly. Blessed with vision, technical brilliance, and the ability to unlock defences with his dribbling and passing, he would add a new dimension to Thomas Frank's system. RB Leipzig, meanwhile, are under pressure to raise funds after failing to secure Champions League football this year. That reality means they are prepared to sanction the departure of one of their brightest assets if the right offer arrives. Tottenham have already made inquiries to the German club, seeking clarity on the terms they would accept for a deal. The Spurs hierarchy believe that with Chelsea seemingly moving on, the pathway is now clear for them to move decisively and bring Simons to North London. With the transfer deadline approaching, momentum is building fast. The stars appear to be aligning. Chelsea shifting focus to Fermin Lopez, Leipzig needing to sell, and Tottenham ready to strike. All signals now point towards a genuine possibility that Xavi Simons could be wearing the white shirt of Spurs in the coming weeks. That wraps up today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with all things Tottenham, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for our latest content. Be sure to give this video a like and share it with fellow Spurs supporters. Let's grow the Tottenham News Today community together. Thanks for tuning in, and as ever, come on you Spurs.